Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about my May TBR because somehow, Macy's just run over to grab her toy next to me. Somehow it's already almost May, although I am filming this a little bit early because Jacob's parents are visiting over the weekend, so kind of at the end of the month I'm not going to have as much time. So we're just doing a little bit of pre-filming while we can. But that said, I do already have a sense of what I want to read in May, and this is really going to be more like a list of hopefuls as it has been for the last couple of months, because I also wildly overestimated how much I could read in April. I underestimated how busy we were going to be, and I know that May is going to be just as busy. So I'm going to try and keep it a little more low-key, although I do have a few things that I am hopeful to get to, some things I've been really excited about, and I do have a couple more arcs to read in May, so I'm definitely going to be getting to those. So let's talk about those arcs first. The first one I have is Accumulation by Amy Pakwatka, which is a last name I've been really struggling to say. This is my multiple attempts trying to say it. But this one is it sounds like a haunted house story about a documentary filmmaker turned housewife who moves into her dream home with her family, only for things to start to be a little bit weird, and she's kind of so busy she doesn't initially notice, but then her family starts repeating specific household motions throughout, and just over and over, and then it slowly becomes more sinister, and it sounds like it's not clear where the haunting is. Is she haunted? Is the house haunted? What's going on? And I think that sounds like it's going to be really interesting and a lot of fun, and I love a good haunted house. I love it when an author uses a haunted house to say something, so I'm really curious to see what the author is going to say with this haunted house. So that's the first one, and then the second arc that I have is a YA historical romance, which is quite out of my wheelhouse, but it's by June Her, who is one of my favorite authors. This is Behind Five Willows, and I have previously loved her historical mysteries that are all set in Korea, and this one is also set in Korea, but it is following a reader and a writer who end up teaming up to take on government book banning, and that sounds very topical for the moment, but also I really like the way June Her writes character relationships and character dynamics. I'm really interested to see how I feel about a romance from her, given that her previous books have all generally been mysteries, and the few that I've read, I have a couple that I haven't gotten to yet, but the two that I have read that I really enjoyed were both very focused on family relationships, so I'm really curious to see what this romance is going to be like. So I'm very much excited to read both of those. And then I have a couple of other things I'd like to go through throughout the month. A few of them are carryovers from last month. So I am carrying over A Power Unbound by Freya Marsk, the third book in the Last Binding trilogy, and Strange Buildings by Yuketsu. These were two that I was very excited to get to in April and then just did not find the time to read them. But some very highly anticipated series continuations here for me. And then I also am really behind on my project to get caught up with SJM's work. So I'm on Crown of Midnight, which is book 2 of Throne of Glass. Last month I said I was going to be reading 2 a month for a little bit, so I should technically be, I think, at this point on book 5, but we're on book 2, so I'm not getting caught up this year. It's simply not happening. That's okay, it was not that serious of a project anyway, and I will get to them when I get to them, but this is the one I am going to be carrying over into May. And then my last couple of things, these are not carryovers, last couple of things off my shelf, I should say. Not carryovers, but some books that I have been kind of thinking about lately that I bought recently I want to get to. We have Graveyard Shift by M.L. Rio, which I've heard a lot of very mixed reviews on, but it sounds intriguing. It's about a bunch of people who keep meeting up at the cemetery at night, and one night there is a newly dug grave, and there's some sort of mystery surrounding that, and there's a group of people all kind of dealing with that mystery in their own way. I don't really know what to expect, especially since there have been so many mixed reviews, but it sounds like an intriguing concept, and I'm excited to give it a try. And then the other one I really want to get to is I want to read another cursed book, because I'm kind of in the mood for something that's kind of silly and fun, so I'm going to try and get to Love Bites, which I picked up at the same thrift store trip as Graveyard Shift, and this is the one that I picked up because the little bat on the cover is incredible, and I love him, and I'm amused. So no good reason for wanting to read that. I just think it sounds like it's going to be funny, and I'm probably going to have a good time with it, which I feel like is kind of what I want. Given how busy we've been lately, I kind of want something where I can shut my brain down and just have a good time. So those are all the physical books that I have, but there are also a few new releases coming out in May that I'm very excited for. They all come out on the same day. They actually all come out the same day as Accumulation, which is May 5th, by the way. And that was, let's see if I can remember all of them on one go. A Long and Speaking Silence by Nevo, which is the 6th, I think, book in the Speaking Singing Hills cycle, which is a novella series that I absolutely love. I'm excited to see this particular adventure of Cleric Cheese. I think it's supposed to be quite early in their time as a cleric, so I'm excited to see that kind of point in their story. And then we also have Platform Decay, which is the newest Murderbot. I think that's book 7, maybe? That sounds right to me. Maybe it's 8. I can't remember. I've lost count. But newest Murderbot, that's coming out. And then the last one is The Last Contract of Isako by Fonda Lee, which is a new story from her that's sci-fi samurais in space, corporate samurais kind of a thing. I don't know anything else about it beyond that, but I really loved Jade City, and I like the way that Fonda Lee writes character relationships and the way that she writes, like, stakes. I think that her books are, like, well, yeah, no, I have read 2 books from her. I was thinking I've only read Jade City, but no, I have also read Untethered Sky. And in both of them, I just like the way that she does character relationships, and I really like the way that she writes stakes, the way things feel, like, very intense and personal for her characters, and I totally get, like, even when they're doing dumb stuff, I get why they're doing that dumb stuff, so I'm very excited to give this one a try as well, and just, like, corporate samurais in space sounds like it's gonna be a good time. So, those are the books I'm hoping to read in May. It's a very short and sweet one this month, just because I don't have a whole lot of set stuff. I don't want to create a list that's, like, too long for myself, just because I know April was very busy. May is also going to be very busy. Right before the start of April, Jacob's parents are visiting. He's got to do some travel for work. I've got to be visiting family. We got a friend visiting. Lots of stuff going on in May, and I feel like I need to just give myself some space to do those things and not feel pressured to, like, do a ton of reading. So that's kind of what we're going with, and I'm excited. I think it's going to be a really fun month, and I'm looking forward to diving into my little stack here. So let me know down in the comments below what you're planning to read in May. I would love to hear about it, and I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, I hope you consider giving it a like, maybe even subscribing to see what comes next. I'm currently posting at least once a week, and I hope to see you in the next video.